Now, the stewards, of course, will have to make a direction, Nick, regarding betting refunds or otherwise, but, I mean, the horse left the barrier. He jumped on terms with the field, and for the first couple of strides, he still had his jockey on board. So I think the stewards here will have to rule that he was a starter, and people will do their money cold. But that's the way I'd read it, wouldn't you?
Yeah, it looked that way, didn't it, Johnny? Obviously got a, or not obviously got a clear start, but that's the way it looked, wasn't it? But the stewards will look at it. Punters, don't despair. If you are on this horse that's run second on the outside there, it won't be a dividend for you in any case, but hold on to your tickets there anyway. The stewards will have a ruling for you shortly. Now, they're moving in at Elwick.
Me Charlie moves in, completes the line, and they're ready to go. The Luther's Luck handicap. Soon be on their way. Away they run. Ondrastad jumped well near the inside with Finch Hatton getting away smartly, and Dynamic Tycoon looking for the early leader. Desert Light is going with him. Chase Me Charlie coming down the centre, being followed by Norfolk Island, settling into stride. And Desert Light goes to the lead by a length in advance of Dynamic Tycoon over on the inside of Chase Me Charlie. Dropping in behind them, Norfolk Island, followed by Star Cossack. A bit further back in the field, then Sea Outlaw, Rob's Reason. And wider on the track, Landowner over on the inside in the all-white colours of the club there is Piking. And he was being followed by Flying Voodoo around the outside of Ondrastad, and dropping back behind them now, Sea Outlaw. Rich Pickings is second last, and Indy Raj has dropped out to last. Desert Light in charge as they go to the back with about 1,600 metres left to run by length to Chase Me Charlie. Dynamic Tycoon on the inside, a half length further back, Norfolk Island, a length and a half, Finch Hatton on the outside of Piking. Then Star Cossack in behind them, Ondrastad, and Flying Voodoo a bit further back to Rob's Reason. Indy Raj going up along the inside, Sea Outlaw is in behind them, followed by Landowner, and Rich Pickings has dropped back to last. Down the side they race, 1,250 to go. Desert Light in charge, a length clear of Chase Me Charlie. Half a length away, getting a nice run on the inside is Dynamic Tycoon, and moving around them quickly, Norfolk Island up towards the leader. A length into Finch Hatton there, followed by Piking. A half length to Star Cossack, followed closely by Flying Voodoo. In behind them, Ondrastad, then Rob's Reason. Sea Outlaw behind them, followed by Indy Raj and Landowner. And still last of all is Rich Pickings. They've got 900 metres left to go. Norfolk Island had moved alongside Desert Light, not much between the pair of them. Dynamic Tycoon on the inside had a beautiful run in transit. He's over on the inside of Chase Me Charlie at the 800. 1.5 further back is Finch Hatton there, followed after a gap by Piking and Star Cossack. And behind them then Rob's Reason, Flying Voodoo, followed by Ondrastad. A fair gap to Sea Outlaw. Landowner being hard ridden is next, followed by Indy Raj and Rich Pickings as they make the run around the home turn, with Desert Light still the leader by a length in advance of Norfolk Island. Looking for the way out now is Dynamic Tycoon, still there on the inside. Deeper on the track as Chase Me Charlie as they straighten up, followed by Piking and Finch Hatton. And Ondrastad is further back as they run down with 300 metres left to go. Desert Light the leader. Dynamic Tycoon is finishing well along the inside, and Dynamic Tycoon takes the lead coming to the 200. Dynamic Tycoon in front here of Desert Light, and Finch Hatton running on pretty well. Star Cossack is in behind them, but Dynamic Tycoon, ridden for dear life, is still the leader. Finch Hatton is trying hard to get to him. Dynamic Tycoon is hanging on. Rich Pickings flying home, but Dynamic Tycoon will hang on. Dynamic Tycoon has just won from Rich Pickings, and third home Finch Hatton. They're followed by Flying Voodoo. In behind them Chase Me Charlie, followed next home by Piking. Then Star Cossack, Ondrastad, followed by Indy Raj. Then a gap Sea Outlaw, followed by Norfolk Island and Desert Light and Landowner, and last of all Rob's Reason. Stand by for placings. Dynamic Tycoon having a beautiful run here in transit and completes the treble here. Dynamic Tycoon, Rich Pickings has come with a big run down the outside you see here. The one in the yellow colours. Dynamic Tycoon, well, just as well he got the run on the inside, because Rich Pickings was starting to pick him up in the final stages. 6, 8 and 10. Number 6, the winner, Dynamic Tycoon, completes the hat-trick. Rich Pickings finishing very fast to get second, and Finch Hatton in third place. All numbers after the running of the 7th event. 6, the winner, Dynamic Tycoon, ridden by Matthew Paget, raced by the Dynamic Syndicate. Managed Mr. I. Harvey and Simon Beasley, part owner. Trained by Lee Friedman, gives Lee a winning double today. $3 and 160, number 8, Rich Pickings at $3.60. A rank outsider for third, number 10, Finch Hatton at $22.20 in the 7th of the day here at Sandown. Back to Nick and the last event coming up next. The nearest Super Vobers handicap at 4.15.
Okay, just like Crystal is the inside runner, they face squarely, should catch them now. Off and running, perfect start. And the grey Misty Jude bobbed in front of Rebel Rock looking for the lead. Dr. Nick is going to stretch them in the early stages, followed by Red and Tough, and a bit of magic is up there too. Dr. Nick tried to get the lead off Rebel Rock, but he couldn't. Settling down third, Red and Tough, who's 3 deep at the moment on the outside of a bit of magic. Then the grey Misty Jude on the inside of Just Like Crystal, 2 lengths away, Super Snip, followed by Rusdana, Blue Butterfly, and out the back is Over the Moon. 600 out, Rebel Rock kicked up to lead a half length on Dr. Nick. 2 lengths away is a bit of magic on the inside of Red and Tough. 2.5 to Misty Jude, followed by Just Like Crystal. Well back and hard ridden Super Snip, and then Blue Butterfly, Over the Moon, and Rusdana. Rebel Rock has shifted out 6 or 7 off the fence, as well clear of Dr. Nick, followed by a bit of magic, and the grey Misty Jude is closest to the inside rail. I think they've got Rebel Rock. Dr. Nick on the outside has grabbed the lead. A bit of magic and Misty Jude are the inside runners. Dr. Nick's right out in the middle of the track. He appears to be just in front of a bit of magic and Misty Jude as they get near home. It's Dr. Nick wide out, and he'll just get there. Dr. Nick has scraped in over a bit of magic and Misty Jude, followed by Over the Moon and Just Like Crystal. Further back, Rebel Rock, who weakened out of it from Rusdana, Super Snip, and Red and Tough, and Blue Butterfly back with the tail enders. Well, Rebel Rock called it a day just inside the 200, and they came from all directions. Dr. Nick, which had done most of the chasing, really kept going to the line. He was the widest runner. And then a bit of magic and Misty Jude got up closer to the inside. They were nowhere near the inside fence, but reasonably close to it. And look how far apart they are. They're using all of the track now at Rosehill. They're using the whole lot of it. Dr. Nick, the widest runner, a bit of magic in the white sleeves, and Misty Jude is the grey, and it's about 4 or 5 off the fence. Rebel Rock, oh, he got very tired. And his rider didn't knock him about either. It was noticeable he let him coast home. And Dr. Nick on the outside has scraped in. Number 3, Dr. Nick, ridden by Lenny Beasley, pays $4.60 and $1.60. Number 4 second is a bit of magic to pay $1.80, and number 6, Misty Jude, $2.60. $4.60, $1.60 number 3, $1.80 number 4, $2.60 number 6. Quinella $14.20, trifecta $2.08.80, and the course double $16.70. Dr. Nick carried that dazzling orange lamb's wool girth pad that most of Max Lees's horses wear these days. It is so conspicuous you wouldn't even need racing colours on the Lees horses. Look at that big orange girth pad. Now that's a treble for Lenny Beasley. Winning margin a long head. Long head Dr. Nick with a neck second and third. Long head by a neck and 1.5.28. And that completes a winning treble for Lenny Beasley.
Should jump any tick of the clock. Racing. And King was keen to be with the leaders aboard Mystic Chantry, hustled her out of the gates. Lady Champus actually jumped with them. And likewise, Wericata Lass over on the extreme outside from Eminent Edition as they join up with the course proper. Behind them, Belle Quindeed and Lorelane sitting just off the speed. Back on the inside, Vivacious Kate, Miss Martello, and then Jewel of Ireland, who's being ridden well back. And last is Celebrity Princess. Well, Wericata Lass, one of the roughies, leads as they head down the straight on the first occasion, draws out 2 lengths Eminent Edition. Belle Quinn coming across is now 1 off the fence, and this gives the favourite cover, Mystic Chantry. She's travelling boldly against King. Deed sliding around her 3 deep on the rail. Juliet, 1.5 lengths, Lady Champus dropping back to be midfield. Miss Martello's on the inside of the big Centane filly Lorelane, and they're being followed by Jewel of Ireland, who's being ridden in a contrasting manner today. She's back third from last, and then Vivacious Kate, Celebrity Princess, the tail ender. Along to the 1500 they run. Wericata Lass ensuring a good speed, led 2.5 lengths over Deed. 1.5 lengths Eminent Edition, a 1/2 length to Belle Quinn, and 2.5 further back to the odds-on pop Mystic Chantry, travelling on a cotton thread. Juliet with a mouth wide opens on the inside of Lady Champus. Miss Martello, the grey, covered by Big Lorelane, and then came Jewel of Ireland, Celebrity Princess, and Vivacious Kate, the tail ender. They've closed up some of the gaps as Wericata Lass heads to the 1100 mark, and she's gone quickly in front. Led 2 lengths Deed. On the inside, Eminent Edition, third, and neck to Belle Quinn. Mystic Chantry with every chance. one off the rail from Juliet. A length and a half, the Lady Champers. Miss Martello's on the rail, and Lorelaine being ridden along at the 850 corner, going out of the back. Jewel of Ireland third from last, ahead of Celebrity Princess, and Vivacious Kate's the tail end at 10 lengths off the leader. Werricata Lass making all haste for home, and she's run this at breakneck pace. 650 to travel. King looks supremely confident. Quickly clicked up the favourite Mystic Chantry, and she breezed up to second. Eminent Edition third on the inside, followed by Lady Champers, tracking Mystic Chantry as they near the corner. They're followed by Belquin under sufferance. Lorelaine making up ground. Miss Martello getting through along the fence. King goes for home. Mystic Chantry race clear. Drew 2 in front. Lady Champers followed by Eminent Edition. Lorelaine looking a danger. Here comes Celebrity Princess. Jewel of Ireland's getting a run through. The favourite, no good thing. She's being swamped. Celebrity Princess at the 150 grabbed the lead. Jewel of Ireland and Belquin coming at her. Celebrity Princess dived in on Belquin. They hit the line together. Jewel of Ireland kicked. A thriller in the Oaks. Jewel of Ireland, Celebrity Princess could be a dead heat.
Near the inside, Rancho Spark began well out quickly. Casino Heights and Accused taking up a handy position. Strike Force is just in behind the leader as they settle. Mr. Machiavelli prominent, and then Ultra Smug settling into stride, and Rancho Spark takes up the running at the 1200. Leads a half length to Strike Force on the inside of Mr. Machiavelli, and going up 3 deep is Ultra Smug. Star Magic is next on the outside of Pro Now and Stargrazer. A bit further back, Casino Heights being followed by Quahira Legend, and further back all the aces. Don't Say Goodbye second last on the inside, and Accused has got back to last as they come down the hill. Rancho Spark a half length to Ultra Smug. A length further back, Mr. Machiavelli. 2 lengths away, Star Magic on the outside of Strike Force, and going up 3 deep around them, Casino Heights. A length and a half, Stargrazer. Then Quahira Legend on the outside of Pro Now, and well back in the field then all the aces, followed by Don't Say Goodbye, who's among the tail enders with Accuser, and they're bunching up at the 600 metre mark. Rancho Spark a half length to Ultra Smug. A length and a half, Casino Heights coming to the picture quickly on the outside of Mr. Machiavelli. Star Magic is now being niggled out over on the inside. Stargrazer wider on the track. Strike Force a long way back, so is Pro Now, all the aces. Don't Say Goodbye and Accused among the tail enders as they run down with 300 to go. Rancho Spark is still the leader and giving plenty of cheek at the moment. Casino Heights is down the outside, Ultra Smug. Mr. Machiavelli and Quahira Legend is coming out of the pack with a strong run. Quahira Legend could be the danger. Coming after Rancho Spark in the final stages. Quahira Legend has grabbed the lead wide on the track. Quahira Legend races clear, and Quahira Legend is coming away for a big win. Quahira Legend wins it well. Quahira Legend has won it. Good go for second and third. Rancho Spark and Casino Heights in a photo. Just ahead there of Mr. Machiavelli, followed by Stargrazer, Ultra Smug, Don't Say Goodbye, Pro Now, Star Magic, all the aces, and Strike Force, and last Accused. It's bolted in. Quahira Legend, the last of the day here, ridden by Aaron Spiteri, giving nothing else a chance. Once it hit the front, it was goodbye to the rest. Quahira Legend, the winner. Raced by L and Mrs. A.E. Hazelhurst, along with the CP and Mrs. L.M. Gilou, and it's a 3-year-old bay gelding by El Quahira out of Emibor, trained at Maui by Ellison Bennett. Well done, Ellison. Oh, one act affair there, as you see. Quahira Legend, the winner of the final race here at Sandown, defeats number 10, and that is Rancho Spark. Rancho Spark second, ridden by Michael Carson, and third number 11, Casino Heights, ridden by Andrew Findlay after the photo for second and third, 6, 10 and 11. 690, 240, Quahira Legend, number 10, Rancho Spark, 610. And Casino Heights, 480, there's a good go for second and third. Gee, not much in that, just about a head in favour of Rancho Spark over Casino Heights. In the last of the day, 6, 10 and 11, Quahira Legend winning it decisively over Rancho Spark and Casino Heights as we wrap it up from Sandown. Hope you found a few winners. Look forward to being with you at Seymour. Seymour on Tuesday, 1st of 9 at 11:40.
That's set for a start in the last. Somebody's got a race replay in my ears. Gates open. Off in the last, and one of the first out is Torbellino. Away smartly is Mac and Me. Prince of Justice began quickly from Full of Glory, Inshallah. Red Ivory's going to settle down just off the pace. On and On is out very deep. Widest run of Vain Victor, followed by Royalty Galore, and then Janelda, and out the back is Shozaloza. In the run to the first turn past the 1600 mark, and the top weight Mac and Me is the clear-cut leader over On and On. Full of Glory third. Vain Victor's running about fourth on the outside of Torbellino. followed by Inshallah, who's 3 deep at the moment. Prince of Justice on the outside of Red Ivory, a gap to Royalty Galore, followed by Janelda, and last of all, Shozaloza. In the back straight, 1300 out. They're well spread out here, and Mac and Me led at a good speed by a length to On and On. Full of Glory third, a half length away. Vain Victor at the 1200 mark. 2.5 to Torbolino on the inside of Inshallah. A length and a half to Red Ivory on the inside of Prince of Justice. Janelda on the inside of Royalty Galore, and 2 lengths away at the tail of the field, Shozaloza. 1,000 out. Mac and Me is the pilot. On and On second. Third, Full of Glory, given the run of the race by Lisa Crop. Vain Victor on the outside. 2 lengths away. Then came Torbolino, followed closely by Inshallah. Another 2 to Prince of Justice around Red Ivory. Shozaloza in the black colours starting a forward move 4 deep, followed by Janelda and Royalty Galore as they come to the 700 mark. Mac and Me a half length to On and On. Vain Victor 3 wide as they near the turn. Torbolino's had a cushy run, followed by Full of Glory, who's now under pressure. Inshallah with the pale blue and the white cap is the widest runner on the home turn, and look at the run through. Red Ivory's about to get some 4 or 5 horses off the rail. Going through with it is Janelda. In the straight, Mac and Me is being hotly pressed by Torbolino. Janelda's the inside runner with the white cap. Torbolino and Mac and Me coming again on the outside. Torbolino's pinched a length on Mac and Me, and it's all Torbolino in the last bit. He's drawing right away, and Torbolino, after a frustrating run of placings, has come away to win it easily over Mac and Me. Now third's a 3-way go. Inshallah, On and On. Janelda's close up, followed by Shozaloza. Full of Glory had her chance. At the head of the others then came Red Ivory, which got an inside run but couldn't come on, from Royalty Galore, Vain Victor and Prince of Justice. Torbolino breaking through at last, ridden by Grant Cooksley after 4 consecutive seconds and then a third placing. Torbolino $2.70 and $1.50. Number 1 Mac and Me second, $2.60, and it's a 3-way go for third. Widest runner Inshallah out here with the white cap, might even sneak third, but there's very little in it. If she does, she'll pay about $1.90. Let's have another look at it on this angle. Gee, a good run, Mac and Me. Top weight with 59.5. He led, he got no peace. On and On worried the brains out of him, and all he did was keep on trying. Mac and Me's a terrific old horse when he's right, but Torbolino spearing away. Grant Cooksley, by the way, is going to Macau for a short-term contract, and this may well be his last ride in Sydney, so he goes out on a winner. And looking at that, you'd say that Inshallah might get third, just, and has. 6 is the official third. Inshallah, wide out on the track, ridden by Jim Cassidy. So it's 4-1-6, Torbolino, Mac and Me, Inshallah, 270 and 150, 260 and 190. Quinella, 1240. Torbolino, trained by Billy Mitchell, and giving Grant Cooksley a going-away present. Nick, he's off to Macau very shortly.
Came Lord Kempton on the